Hello and welcome everyone. Today is an exciting day, so let's get started. This is my 1982 Mark I Golf. I bought it almost 2.5 years ago as an empty shell that was stored in a painting booth. After picking it up, I started looking in the pile of parts that I could use. During the search, I started on the Golf exterior. The paint needed to be redone, so I started by sanding it down. It quickly became clear that there was no engine or interior to fit in the Golf. This Golf originally is a 1.1, so there were not that many options at that time. I could choose a 1.1, 1.3 or the 1.3 from a Polo GT. I choose for the normal 1.3 with 60 horsepower. I also found a nice rabbit interior which has original GTI seats in front but with other stitching. After the base coat, we could finally put on the original Regatta blue. The result was amazing and it still is. Later I installed the interior and black headliner. And finally, with the help of my friends Elias and Memphis, we installed the engine and got it fired up.
Godverdomme, maar dat is de laatste man. Dat is niet juist.
It's the full 1300cc. That summer I took it to the Nürburgring, put it on cheap $55 coilovers. For that you can see the link in the description. And last summer I did an engine swap, but since then it's sitting here in the garage gathering dust. So let's take a look what we need to do to make it summer ready. Here in the front you can see there is nothing to change. If I could change one thing, it would be the plate holder. In the back, it's another story. So as you can see, the Golf is still on its steely wheels. Those are original GTI wheels, 13 inches, but they are not that grippy. So to have some better traction, I will replace those with another option, which I will reveal in the brake upgrade video. So we will upgrade the brakes as well, because the new engine will put out significantly more power. I also want to remove the window tint, because I don't think it's that nice on an old car like this, and you can see how much percentage that the window tint is, and I don't like that. The car is also pretty filthy, so a nice pad would be a good addition to the list. If we look here on the left side, you can maybe see that the rear wheel is more tucked than on the other side. That's because of a suspension issue. So a few weeks ago when I was driving the car around, the spring collapsed, so at the moment the wheels only or the chassis only held up by the damper. That one needs fixing or getting replaced. If we then go through the inside, it's just a mess. Everywhere are still things from my engine swap, so the cables need tightening up. I still need to put in some dash pieces, so the lower dash piece that comes above the pedals still needs to be put in. The cables need to be put away or tidy up. I need to clean out the car from all the mess, so my welding helmet and other stuff like bags and stuff like that. If we open the hood, you can see the engine. It's a 1.4 from a Polo 6N. It makes 100 brake horsepower standard, has Suzuki GSX-R 600 ITBs, but there's still a lot of work tidying up the engine bay, so putting on some electrical tape to seal off the wires, deleting the double overhead cam 16 valve on the rocker cover. But let's start the engine now, because that's not bulletproof either. As you can hear, is the engine not running that great, so she's stalling, and that needs to go before my technical inspection. I will make a video about this separately, all engine stuff, everything about the engine swap and what I did and how that I will fix or will try to fix the stalling problem, and eventually some tuning videos will be added as well. I also need to replace the steering wheel bolts for my aftermarket steering wheel, because they are rusting like hell, and that shouldn't be like this. So I got some free new parts. That one is a quick fix, quick removal of those ones and replacing them with fresh ones. So that was it for today. It's time, she's back in the garage, and it's time to get the lights out and do a quick overview for all the things that we need to do. So my to-do list. First, we need to install new brakes, so the bigger brake calipers, pads and new rotors. The rear drums will stay the same, but they only get a new handbrake cable. We also need to install the wheels, because the old ones won't fit the brakes. Secondly, we need to do something with the suspension problem in the back. So either I need to install a new damper or a coilover set, or try to fix this one. As third, I need to fix the exhaust, because at the moment I have a huge exhaust leak right after the manifold, and that won't pass inspection. Of course, the engine needs to be addressed as well. So before technical inspection, I will either retune this engine or do the engine swap back to my old engine to go for inspection. As last thing on the list, I will tackle my interior, so clean up the cables, add the new brace on my door, and just do a general cleanup. Have a nice day, guys, and keep it safe. See you next time.